You've seen the memes, you've heard the jokes. The term simp has become a staple in online conversations, often used to describe someone who goes above and beyond for someone they admire, usually in a romantic context. You might even be accused of it yourself. Maybe you've been called a simp for complimenting someone too much or for being overly supportive. Simp, a word thrown around like confetti in the digital age. It's a term that has evolved and taken on various meanings, often depending on the context in which it's used. But what does it really mean? Is it just a playful jab at someone who is too nice? Or does it carry deeper connotations? Is it a harmless term for excessive flattery? Or a darker reflection of toxic masculinity and obsession? The term simp can sometimes be used to shame men for showing affection or support, perpetuating harmful stereotypes about gender roles. Simp culture, a fascinating and often contradictory phenomenon, permeates the internet. It's a blend of admiration and ridicule, where the line between genuine affection and mockery is often blurred. It's a world of grand gestures for online attention, a complex dance between admiration and desperation. People often go to great lengths to gain the attention and approval of those they admire, sometimes at the cost of their own dignity. This isn't just about sending Twitch donations or showering Instagram models with compliments. Simp culture runs deeper. It's about the lengths people will go to in order to feel connected and valued in a digital world. It taps into our inherent desires for connection, validation, and belonging. In a world where online interactions often replace face-to-face communication, the need for validation can become overwhelming. It reflects the evolving dynamics between genders in a digital world. The way we interact online can often reinforce or challenge traditional gender roles, and simp culture is a prime example of this. Whether you're a proud member of Simp Nation or a staunch critic, there's no denying its impact on how we interact online. The term simp has sparked countless debates and discussions about what it means to show affection and support in the digital age. Simp culture is here to stay. As long as people continue to seek connection and validation online, the term simp will remain a part of our digital lexicon. It's time to understand it. To truly grasp the nuances of simp culture, we need to look beyond the memes and jokes and explore the underlying motivations and implications. This essay delves into the heart of simp culture. We'll examine the origins of the term, how it has evolved over time, and what it reveals about our online behaviors and relationships. We'll explore its history, its evolution, and its undeniable influence on the internet. From its early days as a niche term to its current status as a mainstream concept, simp culture has undergone significant changes. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. As we navigate the complexities of simp culture, we'll uncover the ways in which it shapes our online interactions and reflects broader societal trends. The word simp itself has a long and winding history, one that reflects changing societal attitudes and cultural shifts over the decades. Its origins can be traced back to early 20th century African American slang, a time when language was rich with creativity and expression. Back then, simp was short for simpleton, a term used to describe someone who is considered naive or lacking in intelligence. It implied someone, usually a man, was foolish or easily manipulated, especially by a woman. This connotation of being easily led astray or duped was a common theme in the slang of the era. Fast forward to the 1980s, a decade marked by vibrant cultural movements and the rise of hip-hop. Hip-hop artists like Too Short and Ice-T used simp in their lyrics, embedding it into the fabric of their storytelling. They described men who were overly eager to please women, often at their own expense. This portrayal was not just about foolishness, but also about a perceived lack of self-respect. This usage painted a picture of weakness, of men sacrificing their dignity for female attention. It was a critique of those who, in the eyes of these artists, failed to maintain their own sense of pride and autonomy. The internet, being the breeding ground for slang, took this concept and ran with it. As online communities grew, so did the lexicon of terms used to describe social behaviors. Simp evolved into a catch-all term for any man perceived as overly attentive or submissive to women online. This modern interpretation often carries a tone of mockery and disdain. It became a weaponized meme, a way to shame and ridicule men for perceived emotional vulnerability. In today's digital age, the term has sparked countless debates about gender roles, relationships, and the nature of respect and affection. The term simp, once a simple slang word, now serves as a lens through which we can examine the complexities of modern masculinity. and the pressures men face in both online and offline interactions. As language continues to evolve, so too will the meanings and implications of words like simp, reflecting the ever-changing landscape of human relationships and societal norms. And so, the journey of the word simp continues, a testament to the dynamic and fluid nature of our shared vocabulary. Hip-hop's relationship with simp is complex and often contradictory. On one hand, the genre has historically celebrated the pursuit of women, often through extravagant displays of wealth and affection. Think flashy cars, expensive jewelry, and lyrics dripping with adoration. This narrative, while arguably objectifying, could be seen as a form of simping in itself. On the other hand, hip-hop also mocks the simp. It warns against being played by women, of being too quick to shower them with attention and resources, without receiving anything in return. This duality reflects a broader societal tension surrounding masculinity and relationships. Hip-hop, with its raw honesty and social commentary, has undoubtedly shaped the modern understanding of simp. It's a constant reminder of the fine line between genuine affection and desperate attention-seeking. The gaming world, a traditionally male-dominated space, is a hotbed for simp culture. Here, the dynamic shifts from real-life interactions to the digital realm. Digital damsels, often female gamers or streamers, become the object of affection for keyboard knights, men who shower them with compliments, gifts, and in-game advantages. This phenomenon is amplified on platforms like Twitch and Discord, where direct interaction and parasocial relationships thrive. Viewers, eager to stand out from the crowd and garner attention, resort to grand gestures of support, often financial, to impress their favorite streamers. This dynamic raises questions about power, gender, and the commodification of attention in online spaces. Is it harmless fun, a way for fans to support content creators they admire, or does it perpetuate unhealthy expectations and reinforce traditional gender roles? The rise of platforms like Twitch and Patreon has revolutionized the way content creators interact with their audiences. These platforms have not only provided a space for creative expression, but have also introduced a new economic model for online engagement. This shift has added a new layer to simp culture financial incentive. The term simp has evolved to describe individuals, often men, who go to great lengths, including financial support, to gain the attention and favor of online personalities, particularly female streamers. Twitch thoughts, a derogatory term for female streamers accused of using their appearance and personality to solicit donations, have become a focal point of this phenomenon. These streamers often face criticism for allegedly exploiting their viewers' generosity. The controversy surrounding Twitch thoughts has sparked heated debates within the online community. Some argue that these women are merely leveraging their assets in a competitive market, while others believe they are perpetuating harmful stereotypes and taking advantage of vulnerable individuals. Their male viewers, often dubbed Patreon kings, are at the center of this dynamic. These individuals are known for spending exorbitant amounts of money to support their favorite streamers, sometimes even at the expense of their own financial well-being. The financial support provided by Patreon kings blurs the lines between genuine fandom and financial dependence. This relationship raises questions about the motivations behind such generous donations and the impact on both the giver and the receiver. The blurred lines between fandom and financial dependence have led to a complex web of interactions where money often dictates the terms of engagement. This dynamic has sparked debates about the nature of these relationships and the ethical implications involved. This dynamic has sparked debates about exploitation, authenticity, and the ethics of online content creation. Critics argue that the financial aspect of simp culture creates a system where attention and affection are commodified, reducing human connection to a transactional exchange. Critics argue that simp culture, fueled by financial reward, creates a system where attention and affection are bought and sold. This commodification of human interaction raises concerns about the authenticity of these relationships and the potential for exploitation. The idea that attention and affection can be bought and sold reduces human connection to a transactional exchange. This perspective challenges the traditional notions of genuine relationships and emotional bonds. Reducing human connection to a transactional exchange has significant implications for the way we perceive and engage in online relationships. It raises questions about the authenticity of these interactions and the potential for emotional manipulation. However, proponents argue that it's simply a new form of patronage, where fans choose to support creators they enjoy. This perspective views financial support as a voluntary act of appreciation rather than a transactional obligation. Fans supporting creators they enjoy is seen as a positive development by some, as it allows for a more direct and personal connection between content creators and their audience. This model empowers creators to pursue their passions without relying on traditional advertising revenue. This raises questions about agency, consent, and the evolving nature of entertainment in the digital age. As the lines between creator and consumer continue to blur, the dynamics of online interactions are constantly being redefined. The future of online content creation will undoubtedly be shaped by these evolving dynamics. As we navigate this new digital landscape, it is crucial to consider the ethical implications and strive for a balance that respects both creators and their supporters. Ethical considerations will play a significant role in shaping the future of online content. Balancing the needs and expectations of both creators and supporters will be key to fostering a healthy and sustainable online ecosystem. In the digital age, relationships and human connections are being redefined. As we continue to explore the possibilities and challenges of this new era, it is essential to remain mindful of the impact on our social interactions and emotional well-being.